My sister told me to stay outside during her vows until a stranger grabbed my arm and handed me an envelope saying, "Your grandmother paid me $500 to make sure you got this today." I stood there on the stone steps of St. Catherine's Cathedral, mascara running down my face, while inside those massive oak doors, my younger sister Charlotte was marrying my ex-fiancé Michael. The elderly man in a gray suit pressed the thick cream envelope into my trembling hands before disappearing into the crowd of guests arriving late. Through the stained glass windows, I could hear the organ beginning the processional. Charlotte had planned this moment perfectly. 2 months ago, she'd called a family meeting and announced her engagement to Michael, my Michael, the man I dated for 4 years. The man who'd proposed to me 18 months ago with my grandmother's engagement ring. She stood there in our parents' living room, that ring glittering on her finger, and smiled as she explained how she and Michael had found each other during my difficult period. My difficult period. That's what they called my 6-month battle with pneumonia that landed me in the hospital twice. While I fought to breathe, my sister and my fiancé fought their irresistible connection. Mom cried. Dad looked at his shoes. Charlotte announced the wedding would be in 8 weeks, and everyone was expected to attend and be happy. When I protested, Charlotte's face transformed into something ugly and triumphant. "You're just jealous because he chose me. You've always been jealous of me. Even Grandma knew you were the broken one." That last comment landed like a punch. Our grandmother Rose had died 3 years ago, leaving her estate to be divided between Charlotte and me. But Charlotte had somehow convinced our parents that Grandma had always favored her, always thought I was troubled and unstable. It wasn't true. Grandma Rose had been my champion, my confidant, the only person who truly understood me. But she was gone, and Charlotte was rewriting history. Now, standing outside my sister's wedding to my ex-fiancé, I tore open the envelope with shaking fingers. Inside was a letter in Grandma Rose's unmistakable handwriting, dated 2 weeks before her death, and a small brass key taped to the bottom of the page. "My dearest Rebecca, if you're reading this, then my suspicions about Charlotte were correct, and she's done something terrible to you. I've known for years that your sister has a cruel streak she hides from your parents. I've seen how she looks at you when she thinks no one is watching, like you're competition, like you're something to be destroyed. I'm writing this letter because I need you to know the truth about my estate. The will your parents have is a fake. Charlotte found out she was written out of my real will entirely after I caught her stealing jewelry from my bedroom and selling it. When I confronted her, she laughed in my face and said I'd be dead soon anyway. I was going to tell your parents, but I wanted to be sure first. Wanted to have proof. I had my real will sealed with